It's then that you complete the battle. You finally won the war. You can go home now. But all of a sudden, he approaches. You then realize that the battle just begun. Hello everybody. Today I have another review video for you all. Hooray. And today is on, as I said last video, is on the first villain of the series, Locksmith. But as you can see, it's not just Locksmith, it's also these two little guys. I'd like to touch upon these guys first. So these two little guys are like Locksmith's like little minions. Almost like they just do like the little things. They basically like bring him a glass of water or do his chores for him. That's what I like to think that these guys do. This guy, his name is Lockpick. He's a bit taller than the other one. These characters are actually related. So we have Lockpick, and then his little brother Key. Now Key actually has a special little safe. This will be explained soon, but this little safe on his chest actually has a very valuable meaning. Yeah, these guys are just, they run around, they're just like, they, like I said, they just do like all his like dirty work, all like his little chores. They do have little blasters, but these are more so like just like little pew pew blasters. They don't do much. They're more so just given to them because they're practically useless besides that. A lot like Breakdown. Anyways, back to the main subject. So this guy, I didn't fully get the idea on my own. I actually had a little bit of inspiration by this one YouTuber I found. I think his name is Martin Gee. I'll show a little picture of his channel. But he made this one character in this one video that, looking at it, it's very similar to this guy's design. I'll show a picture of them, just the two together. But, so I saw this character and thought like, hey, it's a pretty cool design. I kind of want like a tall, slender, kind of... Now, the character's a lot more slouched like this. This guy's got a straight back. And he's a lot more meaner looking. I'm pretty sure, actually, the specific video I found him from, he was actually cuddling with a cat or something, or more like an Iron Giant type character. This guy's a lot more ruthless and evil. So if you remember from my previous video talking about this guy, you would remember that I talked a little bit about the lore and how Locksmith was actually not the main bad guy, but actually the creator's heir, basically like built when the evil creator dies or inevitably disappears or something. Yeah, but why does he have the lock on his chest, you may be asking. Now, continuing with this lore, I would like to think that the creator, after building him, he was like, what happens if he takes over too soon and tries to override me? So what he did, he built him a couple little robot guys, and these guys are basically to control and manage his anger and keep him at bay until the time comes. And then he takes over. Yeah. So this, if you remember earlier in the video, I talked about Key's little thing. So inside this little chest is actually a special key, where his name Key comes from. It's more of a code name, not his actual name. His actual name may just be like bot number 352222212 or something. I don't know. Yeah, inside here, like inside there's like a special key that, if put into Locksmith's chest, it would open up the chest and basically completely weakening him, like, once, so the lock comes off and like basically his soul or like spark or whatever just comes flying out, completely weakening him, and he's basically powerless. So I'd also like to think that after he takes over, after the inevitable demise of the creator, once this guy takes over, he then is trying to find a special like energon source, because like somewhere hidden on Earth is a special energon source, and he wants to take this to rebuild himself, to not have this very vulnerable uh, weakness. So what he does, he then looks around for it, for the source, but he finally finds it. But then eventually the Mecha Guardians, those guys over there, eventually catch up before he could actually use the power source, or the energon source, and they take him out. They use the key, or they get the key, they take him out, and blah blah blah, he's dead for at the end. And if you remember, this guy also helps as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the character. Anyways, enough of the lore and into a closer look. So if you notice, he's got a base. That's just because he's got like these really tiny feet that are hard to stand up. Yeah, I'll take this away so you can see. So if you notice, he's got these little spike things on his shoulders. I'd like to think these are kind of similar to Optimus Prime's smokestacks. He's got one big shockwave eye on the front. He's got some transparent yellow pieces on his back. These are roller skates. He could actually wear these on his feet. They simply just click on his feet, and you basically roll around. I'll just put him on for the duration of this. Yeah, but you could put him on his feet and he could roll around. Yeah, this character, unlike the original character that I based this guy off of, this guy has a lot more white and light gray on him. He's a lot brighter of colors, despite his more evil intentions. Yeah. I also made him a lot skinnier as well. The other character was weirdly bulky in the waist area. The legs are very similar design though. Actually, this is probably one of my favorite designs. He's actually got this like big gauntlet, which is like what I like to think is like has, I don't know, just a gauntlet. It's different from his other hand. I like to think maybe he had two normal hands like this, but one got chopped off. And so instead of just replacing it with a normal one, he decided to replace it with a fancier, better one. And also he's got this flip out cannon, which is his main weapon. Yeah, and then it fold back away. He's got posable fingers. I used a droid body for his hand, which is pretty fun. I tried to make this guy as slender and skinny as possible because I wanted like a really slim character. And also, this guy does transform, by the way, and he turns into a plane type thing. And so his wings, I decided to make them like this cloak thing, and I thought it was really cool that it could do that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about his design. Alright, now into transformation. If you notice, he's off camera. It's because like he starts up very tall, but then we kind of squish him down into a more long than tall plane. But first, you're gonna want to put the roller skates back, of course. Yeah, then we could start the transformation. So first, what we're gonna want to do is come to the wings, pull them out. Let me just refocus, and then flip them around and back. That's the wings done. And now we come to the legs. Twist these bits around, put them together. And yep. And then we fold around. It's got a very simple transformation, but it's a completely different shape from what he originated from. Now his arms, they come back. These come out. His hand folds up. And then like that. And there's his plane mode. But we are not done yet, because he actually has one more accessory I have yet to show off. It is this. This actually clicks onto the bottom, right there. Hold on. Give me a second to fix this. And there's his plane mode done. So in his plane mode, and by the way, you could store this in his alt mode as well. In his plane mode, I'd like to think of him as like a tactile space type, flying type vehicle. It's not necessarily plane, jet, space shuttle. It's just like a military weapon that could fly. And as you see, the yellow on the back of his head becomes like the cockpit or storage area or wherever this could be. And if you notice, you got this piece doesn't have to be there, and alone it looks fine, but this piece just makes it look a lot more bulkier. On the top, I'd like to think that this is like a giant saddle of just like military weapons and stuff. And yeah, so it's got like a long cannon that shoots stuff. I don't think a cannon would actually work on a plane though. It could just be like a, I don't know, what could be something. He also has a blaster. This shoots like lasers, like these kind of lasers. Pew pew. It's a laser gun. Yeah, it's a laser gun, not an actual bullet gun. His feet kind of just hang out freely. Occasionally I'll like fold it up and be like, does that look better? But no. You could also fold them out and up or something like that. His feet kind of just hang out in the front. I don't think that would really work for aerodynamicy or whatever that word is. Yeah, but it's a pretty simple shuttle, really. So for accessories for him, if you remember earlier, I talked about this thing, but we'll get that in a minute. This is like his staff. It's like, I'd like to think that it's got a pokey bit at the end, like stab. Like you. And the other side's got like a little bit of a hook for like, you could like swing it around. Like you could grab stuff and things like that. Like, I don't know, like someone could be trying to run away and you're just like the old fashioned like get the hook and like pull someone off stage and stuff. Anyways, onto this. Nobody cares about the other thing. This is actually a glider, a lot like Green Goblin's glider. I decided that this character specifically would probably work good on a glider. And I feel like it really differentiates it from the other character I designed it off of. Yeah, let me just show you what this looks like. So when you put him on his glider, it gives him like a really big, menacing appearance, and I love it. Like, it kind of, although yes, the glider thing is kind of the Green Goblin's thing, and I feel slightly like I'm copying it, the design is so different, like you can't really notice that it's actually... I didn't try and copy the Green Goblin. As a matter of fact, I only really thought of the Green Goblin after I built it. It does kind of bear a striking resemblance to the Green Goblin's glider, but it was more so just an accidental coincidence. But yeah, when he's on his glider, it gives him a very menacing appearance, and actually putting him next to my other guys, he completely dwarfs them. Actually... just to show how big these guys are getting, let me just put Unknown Warrior over here. Yeah. That was my first one. This guy's my first one. This is where I stand now with my building techniques. Matter of fact, he's not even the tallest one. I have even bigger ones, like the Combaticons, Stunticons. That tall guy in the back. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess now's probably a good time to do size comparison. Here we have Earthrise Optimus. Then here we have my next character I'm going to show off, Switchbot. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. For my next review video, I'm going to do this guy, of course. I mean, why else would I put him here if I wasn't going to show him off next video? Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, share, all that garbage. And until him, bye bye.